It's my pleasure to introduce someone who has, I've said, become a friend to Indiana. I first met our national chairman on the Circle downtown when he then shared his vision for how our party could play a key role in saving this country. And since that first meeting, this is his third trip back, he has executed that plan with great precision. We've gone from playing defense to playing offense, something that we know a little bit about here in Indiana. You see him on Sunday morning on Meet the Press and Face the Nation, but ladies and gentlemen, please welcome him back home in Indiana, the Republican Party's national chairman, Reince Priebus.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Thank you, it's good, no problem. All right. Well, Eric had it right. Eric had it right. It's true. My name is really Reince Priebus. I tell people it's what happens when a Greek and a German get married. It's a bit of a disaster. I was telling Al Hubbard not to worry. I'm as normal as they come. My son's name is Jack. My daughter is Grace. My dad's Richard. My sister's Marie. And I got Reince. So, in fact, earlier today, I took off the name tag. You'll have these little labels. I have one on too. And somebody actually pointed out to me, Governor, they pulled the lapel sticker off of my jacket, and they said, well, look at this. If you take the vowels out of Reince Priebus, you get RNC, and it gets better, PRBS. So I know that God has a sense of humor. You have, sorry, Charlie. You have a wonderful, very extraordinary state chairman in Eric Holcomb. And he is just fabulous. And he and I, we have our own stimulus plan that we've come up with. And I'm going to throw Pat Brady, by the way, who's here. He's the GOP chairman from Illinois is here. Pat, do you want to say hello to everybody? Right. He has so few Republicans in Illinois that he's coming to steal some from Indiana. I think that's what's going on here. But, all right, so back to the story. Eric, Pat, and I, we have our own stimulus plan that economists from Los Angeles to California, people like Governor Daniels and Paul Ryan agree is the best stimulus plan for America. And our stimulus plan is fire Barack Obama and put a Republican in the White House and save this country. Well, you know what? I grew up in Kenosha, Wisconsin. And so not too far from here. My wife was actually born in Richmond, Indiana, over in Wayne County. So been down there a lot. Her grandfather's still there. He's 94 years old. He still goes to work every day fabricating metals, and he's just a wonderful guy. You know, I happen to believe that we've got a lot of work to do, obviously, to win this election, but, you know, just in building our party. And, you know, I'm here. It's a great night because you've got a great buddy of mine here in Paul Ryan, who's really shaping this country, shaping the debate. But what you've done in Indiana is a model for the rest of the country. What you've done here is something that before we were able to get our state turning bright red, is something that we wanted to model. You had people here that understood that the things that you need to do to rebuild your party is quite simple. You put quality on the field, number one. Quality people on the field, people that you can be proud of, people that when you wake up in the morning, that you can say, thank God that I can go vote for these two senators. Thank God that I can go vote for Mitch Daniels. You know, for the first time in Wisconsin, we were able to wake up in the morning. We didn't have this for a long time, where you could wake up on Tuesday morning and say, I can't wait to go to the high school gym and go vote for Paul Ryan, Scott Walker, and Ron Johnson, who beat Russ Feingold. That's how you get things done. And I got to tell you, we're just so grateful for the model that you've all provided. Now, I'm not here, and none of you are in this room because you're worried about the future of the Republican Party. I'm not here because I'm worried about the future of our party. Now, I love this party. Our party was founded in Ripon, Wisconsin in 1854. Now, I'm proud to be a Republican, but I'm not here, and you're not here because you're worried about the future of the Republican Party. We're here together tonight, all of us, because we're worried about the future of this country, and that's why we're here. I happen to believe that we're in a battle for freedom. We are in a battle for freedom for America. It's the same battle of freedom that founded our country, the same battle of freedom that James Madison reaffirmed in the Bill of Rights. And it's the same battle of freedom that founded our party. But here we are again today. And I don't know if you realize this, but we're not dealing with a Bill Clinton Democrat in the White House anymore. We're dealing with somebody who has a very different, fundamental view of what America is all about. I told you I had a son, and I'm going to let Paul deal with all the numbers. But I'm going to take one from Paul's Pathway to Prosperity, if it's okay. When my son Jack, who's 6, is my age, we are going to spend 42 cents, get this, 42 cents on every dollar made in America just to run the federal government. Think about this. Now that's a battle for freedom. And if you don't think that this is a battle for freedom, or you know people who don't think that, well then what is? Is it 52? What if it was 82 cents on every dollar made in America just to run the federal government? It's a battle for freedom between government's insatiable appetite to grow and what's born in every American's heart, which is a desire, which is unique to America, for individual and economic freedom. And that's where we're at. We are in a battle for freedom. Medicare will be broke in 9 years. And a country that has to surrender its sovereignty to its bondholders can't guarantee prosperity or freedom to anybody. And certainly a country that's controlled by China can't compete with China. Now this president, he says a lot of things. He said that he was going to cut the deficit in half by the end of his first term. And what did he do? He introduced the biggest structural deficit in the history of the world. Not just America, the world. He said he was going to get the debt under control, right? And what did he do? Barack Obama, he introduced through his policies, he put our country on track to accumulate under his policies, nobody else's, no one else you can blame. He put our country on track to accumulate more debt than every single president before him combined. That's what this president has done. We are in a battle in this country that is being led, thankfully, by people like Paul Ryan and Mitch Daniels, Scott Walker, Marco Rubio, Chris Christie, led by people who understand that we need more people driving the wagon than riding the wagon in this country. That's the fundamental debate that's facing this country. Now, one of the things that I would like to do as chairman of this party, because you're all with me, we're in a battle for freedom, that everything's at stake in this election. But one of the things that our party needs to do a better job of, because quite frankly, I think we do a pretty lousy job of, and we're fixing it, is telling people what we do. I mean, you're all here for the Republican Party dinner tonight, but we need to do a better job of telling you what we do. Because you're with me on the rhetoric. You're with me on the 30,000-foot message, because it's true. You know it in your heart. All of it's true. But here's what we do. And first of all, the one reason, which is just a sterile legal reason that we don't tell people enough of, is that the Indiana GOP and the Republican National Committee are the only entities in America that can raise money, in our case $30,800 a person, and we can legally combine it, give it, coordinate it, spend it almost like we're the candidate. We're the only ones in America that can do that. There's no one else that can do that. We're also the only entity in America that can directly advocate for the candidates. So when I'm going door to door, and I'm knocking on a door, and I say, I'm Reince Priebus, and I'm here to tell you about Mike Pence, and I want you to know why he's going to be a great governor. And in fact, I've got an absentee ballot for you. And then I put that household in the computer. And then I call that person after I see in my computer program that he didn't turn in his ballot at the municipal clerk's office. And now I'm calling him again. Hey, remember I told you to vote for Mike Pence and you said you would. You haven't turned it in. We call him again the next week. The week after that, we're knocking on his door again. That is the army on the ground. That our party is the only party, the only entity that can get that work done. And you know what? Barack Obama knows it too. And that's why every night he's doing a dinner like this, except guess what the difference is? It's $35,800 a person. $30,800 to the DNC, $5,000 to Obama for America, because under the law, DNC money is Obama money, and the RNC money is get rid of Obama money. That's what the law says, but that's the unique nature. That's the unique nature of these parties. It's important, and we have to know that if you go into a boxing ring, you know you got to punch your opponent a little bit harder than they punch you. And we get that. We know we need to build the army on the ground. We know we need to put Indiana in that red column right away. They're a battleground state. That's why we've been here so many times. We need Indiana. We need you, all of you, Eric, the team, to put this state in the red column and put it away early. Because we need to save this country. We need to save this party, but most importantly, we need to save America. In 4 more years of Barack Obama, and I will tell you, he will destroy this country economically. This is a different battle, and it's unique. And everybody in this room, everybody here, we've all been blessed in different ways, every one of us. And we may not agree on every little detail, on every little thing. And there's no such thing as a perfect candidate. There's only one perfect person that walked the face of the earth. I happen to believe that we build our party through addition and multiplication and not division and subtraction. The stakes are too high because there's nothing more important than winning in 2012. Now, fortunately, I think our party, we've come a long way. We've come a long way in doing some simple things that I believe are essential and paramount to building this party. And the first is somebody and something that your governor exemplifies. And that's number 1, finding people of their word to run for office. Real simple stuff. People of their word that will step up to the plate and run for office. And then secondly, and most importantly, which is what your governor is all about, which is finding those people of their word to govern like they campaign. And sometimes you can't prove number one until you do a whole lot of number two. And Governor Mitch Daniels is a model for what a Republican is all about. He's somebody that no matter where the party is or where it's gone, that you could point to and say, that's a Republican. And thank goodness for a great governor like Mitch Daniels. So everybody, please welcome your governor, a great model for our party, Governor Mitch Daniels.
Thank you, Bob. We're so proud to have you here.